in case you forgot that I was that girl, let me refresh your memory. Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back to That Girl Ray Official. Okay, I am your host, Ray. Okay, shout out to the new and the old subscribers. Shout out to my A1 Day 1 babies. You all are welcome here. Now, listen, baby, I had to just put it back on you one more time to show you who I really am, baby. Don't forget that I'm that girl. I always been that girl and will be that girl. Matter of fact, baby, and if you know me from grade school years, my hair was longer than this wig, boo. Okay, yeah, I threw this wig back on just for y'all who forgot I was that girl, okay? And I cut my hair, okay? Bald headed by choice, baby, not by force. But now, my hair growing back. That's why you see the dreads. I got dreadlocks now. I'm trying something new up underneath this wig, but baby, I still can do what I want to do when I want to do it and how I do it, okay? But this story time is about when I found out the man was married. He was married, y'all. I didn't know. He lied to me. He's a liar, okay? But we grew, we evolved, and we healed from that karmic cycle. But we're going to tell you so, you know the red flag so that you won't be stuck into that karmic cycle, okay? Or you can get out of that cycle. So, before we became healed, I'm going to say a few years back, I met this guy on a dating app. I no longer do dating apps anymore, okay? So, if you see me on there, report the page because somebody is impersonating me, okay? Because I no longer do dating apps anymore. But you may have seen me, who knows? But anyway, yeah, so, let me see. And what attracted me to this guy was this one picture. Okay, he had this nice haircut. He had on a nice tuxedo or a nice suit or whatever. And he said he was at his brother's wedding or something. That's where he took that picture at. So I was like, oh, okay. And then he told me how he had got a divorce already, which was a lie. So I got a divorce, and then he wanted to take me to T.I.'s. He invited me. We talked, blah, blah, blah. Then he invited me to go to T.I.'s symphony, okay? But his symphony and orchestra he was doing, but I didn't go, okay? Because my mother was like, you barely know him. You just really recently met him. And, you don't know how crazy he is, okay? For the first meetup. I was like, yeah, you right. So I then asked him to video chat me, okay? And guess what, y'all? His face was there, but he didn't look the same, okay? He didn't look the same, but he was saying because he didn't have a haircut, okay? His hair wasn't cut when he first video chatted me. But I overlooked it. I was like, okay, cool. So, then I was like, I like you. You look better with a haircut, so you need to get your haircut again. And guess what he did? He got the haircut again, okay? Because he looks so much better with a haircut, honey. But anyway, oh, I forgot to mention he was in the military, y'all. All right. If you know, you know. It be a lot of them, but we ain't going to speak on that, honey. It be a lot of them, on them sites and married and stuff, but whatever. So, yeah. I told myself I wasn't going to talk to anybody else that was in the military, okay? Because the last person I talked to actually died in the military. So I was done with that. And then here he came. I was like, dang. I guess I'll give you a try. And I should have just ran away. Because I was like, nah, I should have just ran away. But I didn't. I stayed. And that's how we get the story here. So yeah, we met around the holidays, actually. I think my birthday had passed by a few days, okay, because I am a Sagittarius. I'm a December Sagittarius, and he was going home to his family, okay, back in Louisiana. I am going to say the state. Back in Louisiana, okay, around Christmas time. Okay, so we talked. He texted me. Even though he the person that texts and drive, I don't text and drive, okay? I'm going to wait to talk to you. If you want to talk to me, you call me, okay? But I'm going to wait to text you back after I, park, okay? Because I love my life, okay? But he texted me the whole ride. He kept texting me, okay? And we was conversing that way, okay? And then, he got there. We video chatted again, blase, blase. And it was cool. It was cool. So, fast forward to, because, Christmas time, boo. Then we're going to New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Right before New Year's, I saw where I used to stay, where I graduated from college at. I saw that town, a town nearby that town was having a New Year's Eve celebration. I was like, let's go. But then my cousin, hold on, y'all, because I don't know what I named her in one video. Let's see what her name was. Hold on. So this the same cousin from the Storytime, the F boy that I did on my channel a few years back. Okay, we was in college together. Let me just look at the transcript to see if I gave her a name real quick, because I don't remember if I gave her a name at all. But if not, this is the same cousin, okay? Okay, so I gave her the name Hannah. Okay, so her name is Hannah, and the guy's name is Brandon. Okay, we're gonna name him Brandon. Hannah and Brandon. Okay, so Brandon, I said, he told me he wasn't sure. That's what he said. He said, I ain't sure if I wanna about New Year's, but we'll see. Okay. So, my cousin, she wanted to spend New Year's with me, Hannah, as well. And I was like, well, I got something planned already with so-and-so. She said, but I really want to see you. I ain't seen you in a minute. So I was like, cool. So I asked him, would it be okay? And he was like, yeah, that's fine. So he went ahead and bought his ticket without telling me, y'all. Now that was a red flag right there. I was like, how you gonna go ahead and buy your ticket, okay? You supposed to pay for my ticket. And he was just like, pay for your ticket, and then I'm gonna give you the money back when I see you when we in person. And he actually stayed true to his word. He did give me the money back, because I said, all right, now if you don't give me the money back, then I'm gonna know where to put you at. I ain't gonna trust you. I'm gonna be done with you. But he actually gave me the money back. In my mind, I was saying that I didn't tell him that, just see what kind of character he was. Even though he seemed like a nice, sweet, genuine guy, he was just covering the truth, just lying, okay? It wasn't no covering the truth, lying. He was straight out lying. Okay, so then my cousin got her ticket. I think she got her ticket the day of, okay? So fast forward. So we talked, we conversed, we talked on the phone, okay? We were setting boundaries. Everything was going smooth. All right, so the day of the New Year's celebration, okay, my cousin had to work and she got off at nighttime, okay? She got off at 7 or 8 or something like that, 6 maybe. And where we was driving to was an hour and like 30 minutes away or something like that, okay? And so we had to check into our hotel. Me and my cousin had a hotel room. We checked in, cool. All right, so the dude, Brandon, he was like 30 minutes away or something. So we, got everything, got our bags, we checked in, cool. And we went up to the room and chilled. But before we went to the room, we actually got us something to eat, because that's before I became pescatarian again. I was eating burgers. So we went to, not Wendy's, we went to Checkers, Rally's, what y'all call it. So yeah, we went to Rally's. She had all her food, and I didn't eat all mine. I actually saved some for later, okay? So, he would text me. He was like, I'm downstairs, and I told him the room number or whatever. I said, you want me to come get you? He was like, nah, don't come get me. I'm going to come up. Okay, so he knocked at the door. Matter of fact, y'all had on the same wig. This wig is good, honey. And this a human hair wig, y'all. It come from Temu. Who would have thought? It lasted these many years, this long, okay? And it's cute still. But anyway, so yeah. He knocked at the door, and what was the red flag for me was you talkative over the phone, but in person you very quiet. So I was like, I don't like that. That don't sit right with me, because people normally, you know what I'm saying, they talk over the phone, they can talk in person, okay? Because I personally don't like to talk to people who are quiet over the phone. Because what we got to talk about in person, talking about something where I like to talk better in person. No, because I ain't got no connection with you over the phone, so I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna have no connection with you in person. That's just my personal preference there. But I'm like, something ain't right about you. I can't put my finger on it. Because why you less talkative? So I had to get him comfortable to warm him up, okay? And this was the first meetup, and my cousin was there, but she was cool. Like, she was trying to get him to talk too. And they got the same zodiac sign. So I was just like, okay, I know you talkative, and you would have been talking. Like, so why he ain't talking? Y'all got the same zodiac sign and everything, but they got different months, okay? So that makes a difference, I guess. But I don't know. So I warmed him up. Then he started talking a little bit more. Okay. Oh, I meant to tell y'all, rewind. I went to work this day too. I think I had a work meeting, and the lady would get on my nerve. I was just like, ma'am, I told you I got somewhere to be. Okay. But she didn't know I had to drive on this. She probably wouldn't have cared. Okay. Because she ran over a few hours. Okay. And I think my cousin was waiting. I had to go pick her up. I was like, I got to go pick my cousin up. And she was in, another city. So I had to drive 30 more minutes away. And then I had to drive, hour and 30. So about 2 hours altogether. So, we end up riding with Brandon, okay, to the event, to the, let me see the distance, y'all, because from where we was staying at, that city, it was a whole another city. It seemed like the ride was long on the way there, but on the way back, it wasn't as long. Let me see. Hold on, that's the wrong city. Okay, it was a whole nother hour, 51 minutes. So I said, you gonna drive us there. So he drove us there. That little backpack he had me skeptical. I'm like, what you doing with a backpack? You ain't finna try to do nothing to us, did you? But no, he was saying for his protection and everything, okay. But I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I got in the front seat. Of course, my cousin got in the back seat. But let me tell you something though. I was still trying to do some notes for work, but I was in the, I was at the end with that job. So in my mind, I was gonna quit, like trying to do your head, like, man, bought that job, cause that job there, y'all. If you know, you know. That job didn't pay me for 3 months. Every 3 months they'll pay me, and I'm like, I can't live off this. Every month I'm working, and you want to pay me every 3 months? What I'm supposed to do? If I got evicted, you wouldn't care, huh? Cause what? And then it'd be a little amount, okay? So I'm just like, oh no, y'all stealing, okay? But that's neither here nor there. So yeah. His playlist was so fire. I should have known he had a female in his life, because that playlist was so fire. He was playing nothing but R&B, and it was fire R&B. Some songs I had never heard of. He had put me on. I'm like, this is fire. What's the name of that song? And my cousin like, yeah. Hannah was like, yeah, this you got a nice playlist. I'm like, yes, girl, doesn't he? Okay. So yeah, chilling, listen to the music, vibing, talking here and there. Okay, because I was still trying to do my notes for that job. But I think 12 a.m. you had to have the notes in. I was just like bumping, because I ain't going to make it. I ain't going to make it with notes. So we rode, we chilled, and we got to the place. Okay, got to the place cool. I had my ticket already pulled up, but I was waiting on them to get their ticket pulled up or something. Or we all had trouble pulling it up. I can't remember. But then we finally pulled our tickets up. Okay. And the reason I wanted him to drive, y'all, because then I was drinking back then, but I ain't drank that much with him because I didn't know him, and my cousin was there. I was drunk like one, and I don't think I finished the whole thing at all because I didn't know him for real. Because I was like, I want you to drive because I'm a drink. And he was like, cool. So, we got there, you know what I'm saying? It was crowded. We went outside, and then we went in, and we got a drink, okay? Mind you, it was a lot of people in the crowd. So he was all up on me. He was all up on me, honey. I think he had touched my booty. He had touched my booty because it was this other dude trying to get up on me because I was smelling good. Hold on, y'all. Let me show you what perfume I had on, child. So I had on this Angel Share perfume by Killian, okay? I got it when I was in Vegas, okay? I got it when I was in Vegas, but yeah. So these are the pants I had on too. And I was a bit smaller then. I had on these pants with a black crop top and it was cute. Okay. If I got I think I got a video of that, okay, and I'll insert it from that night, okay? And then from the next day, I may have another video of that. So I'm gonna have to go do some research, but I think I got about 2 videos I can insert back to back. Y'all, I'm tripping. I said some years back, but it was just last year because you're going to see on this next clip here. And y'all, I was thinking about the one before this one. That's why I said a few years back, but it was actually last year. But you about to see. But yeah. So you see, if you know about this perfume, you see why everybody trying to get up on me. It smell real good, y'all. It's called Angel Share by Killian, okay? All right. You can find it online, I'm sure. But, yeah, so we went to the bar, got my drink. Cool. Excuse me. Now, I wanted him to get the government impression of me, okay, not my turn up impression. So my songs came on, some music came on. I wanted to twerk, I wanted to dance, but I said, no, girl, hold yourself. You can't do this. It's the first meetup. Don't dance. So I don't think I ended up dancing at all that night. Because my cousin like, you ain't dancing? I'm like, I was trying to hold it because I wanted to, because you know, okay. But now I say, I'm going to be classy. I'm going to let him see the classy side. He can't meet Ray yet, okay? So I was like, nah, you can't meet Ray yet, honey. Nope. But, yeah, so I think my cousin ended up having to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. We went back inside. My cousin ended up having to go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom with him, okay, because we were just posted up because there weren't no seats available as of yet, okay, until, after New Year's and everybody started leaving. But we're going to get into that. So I went to the bathroom with her, waited on her, and cool. And I don't know, we were talking about him and something. I forgot what we was talking about, really. So she came out. We got back on our wall, posted up, okay, and then the ball was dropping. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! And it was crazy because I'm not even gonna lie. The devil was trying to lure me in. Cause let me tell y'all, so we held each other for about a good 30 minutes to an hour. It was a long hug, and the hug, oh my gosh, I felt his vibration, he felt mine. Hugging, it was spiritual to me. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like, maybe. But anyway, I really wanted to kiss him, and later on, he told me he really wanted to kiss me, but I didn't kiss him. I said, no, ma'am, you just mean it. We ain't gonna kiss him. But the hug was so passionate, it was like you felt the vibration so heavy. It was like, okay. And he just held me tight, and I held him tight, and it was just like, yeah. But I didn't do it. And it's interesting because I encountered other people that lied about being married, but this is the one that was the most, that I talked to the longest, because you'll see. But anyway, he lied real good. It didn't come out as fast as other ones. Other ones came out fast, and that was just it. That was just cut out just like that. Like, bye, I ain't got time. But this one here, it's probably gonna be another story, because his story was end up with somebody else. I tried to talk to him after Brandon. I tried to talk to somebody else, and he came back in the story. That's how that happened. I know. But listen, so everybody left at 12. Matter of fact, no, before that, it was this old Caucasian couple. The man, the woman, husband, he gave my cousin a hug because he saw me and him up there hugging, me and Brandon hugging, and he didn't want her to feel left out. Okay, so, and the wife was okay with it. So okay, cool. So then we ended up sitting down, and then, you know, everybody was there or not, we had got us a seat. We stayed for about 10, 15, 20 more minutes, and then we left. Okay, cool. We left. Then we started talking more and more, you know. And then my cousin, she was texting me. She was like, I'm hungry. I say, tell him you hungry. Because, see, I had food left over from Checkers, from Rallies. So I knew I was going to go back and eat that. She was like, nah, I ain't going to tell him. I say, he'll stop you. And then later on, I told him about it. He said, I would have stopped her. She should have told me. But I guess she was nervous. But she was like, nah, I'm going to just go to bed hungry. I was like, okay, cool. So we got to the... so we got back to the hotel room, y'all. And because I was like, you could just spend the night with us. You ain't got to book nothing. Because he came from far away too. Okay, he had to drive. Let me see how far it was from him. He had to drive 1 hour and 48 minutes away, okay, to get to me. And then, you know, he drove that extra 51 minutes so we could get to the event. So I was like, yeah, it's cool. You can spend the night with us. We had separate beds. And so he slept in the bed with me, of course. We didn't do anything. He fell straight asleep time we got there. I was like, oh, dang, he got to bed too early. Okay, cool. So, then my cousin, we talked a little bit. She fell straight asleep. And I promise y'all, I didn't get no sleep that night. I stayed up looking at both of them. I stayed up looking at both of them like a crazy person. I did, because first of all, I don't really know him. And then her, I'm like, I can't believe you fell asleep on me so early. Okay, but we did, before they fell asleep, we did turn on the TV. And they were showing the New Year's Eve ball, the New Year's ball in Times Square, I believe. So yeah, we was watching that. Then he fell straight asleep. And then she talked to me for a minute. Then she fell straight asleep. I'm just like, I know both y'all ain't sleep on me. So I was just up on my phone. Okay, and you know, after you drink, you have to pee a lot. I was peeing back and forth to the bathroom. Cool. Okay, and then, I don't know, because he must have didn't put on a deodorant, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. That man was immersed. But I was nice. I ain't saying nothing. I'm like, dang, immersed. But I ain't saying nothing. I was like, okay, maybe, you know, everybody got a little body odor here and there. Okay, cool. So, after that, the next day come. It was breakfast, okay? And he didn't want to go down to breakfast with us. So that was the second red flag. I'm like, why you don't want to go down to breakfast with us? Okay. So I brought him something back. My cousin said, that's all right, we're gonna go eat. We ate. I brought him like them sausage and biscuit patties back, you know, with the 2 in the pack. You know what I'm talking about? One of them. I brought him one of them back to eat. Cause you know, sweetheart, you know, make sure you eat and make sure you straight, you good. So, it was time for checkout. We ended up leaving together, and then they would go that hug again. It was a long hug, and I felt the vibration again. I'm like, okay, well maybe I do need to keep talking to you. I don't know, because I was getting ready to cut him off a few times, but I said maybe I do, and I should have cut him off. Okay, cool. So after that, you know, after New Year's, Valentine's Day come. This is when I should have cut him off. He didn't, I don't even think he told me have Valentine's Day or nothing. He might have told me have Valentine's Day. I can't even remember. But I was like, oh no. And he didn't want to see me for Valentine's. Because he was talking about he had to work and stuff. And it was on a weekday. So me and my cousin, we went back to the same city. And we went to a concert for Valentine's Day. Okay, and it was great. It was amazing. So cool. We was each other Valentine. And I don't think I was talking to him at all around this time. I stopped talking to him. And I should have left it alone right there. But I did. Stupid. I know. But anyway, that's before I became healed. But I'm healed now. And ain't nobody got time for that. So, then, let me see. I didn't talk to him February, March. May. I think May I started back talking to him. Okay, and you know, hey, it was cool, it was cool. All right. And then he was telling me he finna move. Okay, and he told me he got to choose where he moved to. And he chose to move to a whole nother state. He chose to move to a whole nother state so he could go back and save some money and live with his mama. So he called himself, sold the house. Oh, before that, y'all, he was telling me, before he told me about moving, he was talking about his ex-wife hitting him back up, okay, which I later found out was a lie because I did my thorough research. You always got to check that phone number. He was still married, baby. He was still married. And I had seen the wife and everything, and she hadn't changed her name and everything, but he was still married. Okay, yeah. He said he was going to save money and sell the house, blah, blah, blah. Because I knew, when you check that phone number, it show you everybody's address. It show you his address, place he live, his parents, his family, all that. Okay, that's why you always check the phone number. Because I had learned that from the dude before him that I found out the year before him that was married. Okay, because I ended up finding his Facebook page, but his wife had called me. That's why I'm like, you gave me a false name, but that's the whole nother story time. And I found all that out. I was like, oh, that's crazy. So yeah, that's what happened. He moved, and he was like, you still want to talk? And I was like, nah, I don't even want to talk to you. I'm done. I don't even want to say nothing else to you. Fast forward. Let me see. Probably talked to him again in June. And then I ain't hear from him no more for the rest of the year. Okay? Because we got into like a small little argument or whatever. And we remember the argument was a disagreement. Because we never really argued. We would talk things out before we went to bed and stuff. And, you know, make sure we was on the same page. But he said something. I said, you know what? I hope you choke on that candy. And that was it. I know y'all was toxic, but don't judge me because this is before I was healed. I know y'all not been there before too. So don't do that. Yeah, but I'm healed now. So, moral of the story is, ladies. Because I think I skipped this story all the way. Yeah, I had to skip this story because the next story is about after I stopped talking to him. And that's how we started back talking, okay? Because of that situation that happened. So, yeah. So, the moral of the story is, ladies, if you see them red flags, run immediately. Do not pass go. Do not collect those $200, honey, because we're not healed. We elevated. We grown. We know the love. We was grown then, but we've grown, okay? Some growth here. We know how to love ourselves now and confirmation, to separate ourselves from people, places, and things that no longer serve us, including family members that try to spiritually attack you, okay? Because I don't even talk to him no more, and I should have stayed not talking to her because we had fallen out, like me and him. So I should have just kept her alone too, but that's a whole nother story. But so when you separate yourself from these people and places and things that no longer serve you, that's when your life grow. That's when your life elevate, okay? So, yeah, that's pretty much wraps up this story time until the next one. I love y'all so very much. Make sure y'all check the red flags out and check out my other videos and story times, okay? And I will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.